on the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes, sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Smell the grind in the air, take a whiff. Only the nose knows the aroma. Compose the money rolls that fold up, holding cold cups. Searching for those that got the purple O's for the $4. And we can go nuts and stay at the stove like gross us. And post up with O's on the table like coast us. It's how the game coached us, made us all in the soldiers. Now that dough is the focus, so know that we own this. Molded by the hood role models, riding good, the latest model, drinking good, raising bottles like we just missed a pothole. You got to know that it's impossible to stop our flow. We've seen it all from watching cops reload, 30s a dro, while drinking the night away until the block got slow. You'll know as soon as you see us, we the ones laid back in the cut. My demeanor seems to always get me up. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got up in a plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea, on the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes, sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into strength. Yeah, home of the survivor, survival of the fittest in the town. It's wicked, you can J down in a minute. What am? What's the business? The biz is how you down and get it. From Cape Town to Fifth City, the sounds of Fifth's empty. When we tipsy, it's risky. Where the lick be, at least 10 deep. It tempts me, but there's no mystery. Where the chips be, the tips G. Just our history from the 60s. Pimpin' ain't easy, but we bleed it. This here game is in our veins, in the air we breathe in. Believe this, it's no game, but the key is your mouthpiece, spit your game. But believe, turn nothing into something. We suffer without supper long enough. Struggling from summer to summer, the same place where the dope is sold. It's home to the Oprah show, the same place I know is home. We out west with it, back down, trying to flip a dollar. If you looking, then we got it. You just got up in a plot. We out west with it, riding clean, wetter than the sea, on the scene with a full tank, blowing AC. We out west with it. I'm posted, let me know what y'all on. Cause if y'all get on something, then just hit my phone. We out west with it. Yes, sir. Hustle for every penny in the trenches, but we turn struggle into.
Take notice, the Entourage DJs are taking over the game. The Midwest invasion is here, and the true Midwest mixtape king is giving it to you. It's DJ G-Spot banging your mixtapes right now.
You are now listening to the mixtape. DJ G-Spot and Mick Lou, Chi-Town's finest. It's definitely representing Southside, Westside, stand up.
Yeah, they honor my persona. See my coat of arms, cloaked in armor. Live and die by the code of honor. The honorable, known as Mick the Conqueror. My mantra is that of a monster. Vengeance is endless until you extinct like a condor. What you think I was armed for? I'm knocking at harm's door. Molded by the force, call me the Black Mamba. I'm putting up numbers like Kobe in the garden. My thought fears, thoughtless as I talk shit, and there's nothing as heartless as my music lies deeper than the darkness that dwells where the sharks live. You sleeping with the fishes, we're surfing with the marlins. On the surface, I'll unleash the carnage till you surf, till you starving, searching for a market. I'm the pit boss, tally up your losses. Your fate is sealed way before the card flips. You marks ain't shit. Topic of discussion, they ain't talking about nothing. Keep their noses in the sump. Y'all ain't talking about shit. I hear them wolfing in the whispers, snakes in the grass. We ain't thinking about your ass. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Fucking lying, I ain't buying. Ain't nobody even trying to hear that dumb shit you kickin'. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Find yourself some business, get yourself a life, and skedaddle, motherfucker. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Unlike the players, y'all engage in betrayal. So brave, do anything for the day they can slay you. So devious, even if you can't even see the hate. I don't need to plead my case till you please. I seize the day. Feast off your mistakes from the cleanest of plates. Palate of a pharaoh, it's all seasoned to taste. A vision of perfection, at least 3 in my face. Fanning me with feathers, tease me with grace. I can't conceive defeat, nor will I concede the race to these conceited lames that can't believe my pace. So intrigued by my intrigue and display that intrigues the brain. There's nothing left to save him. Hands down, I lure him to attack like cash. Is the allure of a champion with my banner in the rafters. Topic of discussion, they ain't talking about nothing. Keep their noses in the sun. Y'all ain't talking about shit. I hear them wolfing in the whispers, snakes in the grass. We ain't thinking about your ass. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Fucking lying, I ain't buying. Ain't nobody even trying to hear that dumb shit you kick. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Find yourself some business, get yourself a life and skedaddle, motherfucker. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Day one. The red letter edition. Big Luda. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. Before I finish breathing, I'm moving the masses like minister speeches, penning classics as I finish my thesis. Not a pastor or a preacher, my passion is deeper. Rapper / teacher, trying to master the teachings past the sinister streets and moving bags past the police is speeding fast in the evening. The truth is it's all about eating, but I'm feeding food for thought for those either fasting or feasting. Putting faith in my beliefs when I'm speaking, looking straight till I'm decent, at peace with no fear, believing it's real. I tell them it's heaven, but it's hard when you talking to niggas with no ears. From clouds of chronic coughing and sessions off, walking and stressing, straight lost in the essence. I pause for a second with my thoughts and reflections. I take my losses as lessons, but it's all just a blessing, and that's the mess. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me, yeah. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me. In an instant, friendship seeing quick in the music business. It used to be just music, now it's just business. The relentless pursuit for loot, dividends and interest, hidden agendas, leaving you defenseless against them. Not to mention intentions to benefit from you penning authentic sentences. Shit for the spinach, niggas that did it. Listen, while you scribbling, picturing images of living on premises surrounded by fences and different women in silky linens, bending and grinning. Intended rentals, you slipping, cause these VIX is out, tricking your chips in. The game's cutthroat, rules was laid back in the day before rappers got paid by sponsors that slung dope. And shit ain't really changed beside the amount of change the game. Famous names so these lames get front, so I change the game. See my future through the blunt smoke so high, looking at my future through the blunt smoke. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me, yeah. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me. I'm invincible, guarded by two identical, invisible guardian angels that guard every angle of my physical frame. Spiritual miniature ministers whispering, keeping me on the top of my game. Lessons to gain, pleasure and pain. Like my eyes, they reside on the left and right side of my brain. Quietly praying, navigating my aspirations, passing calculated statements while I'm grabbing my flame. Wasted in the basement, pacing, placing words on pages, blazing my merch to the face. I'm blowing life in the air. I sold my soul to the Lord for a price of a prayer. Yeah, so my nights can be clear when I sit still, writing his will in his likeness, like him, cause I'm knowing he'll save me. He told me to spit and don't let the devil take the gifts that he gave me. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me, yeah. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me.
I'm Lillard, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
Hey, this is Jason Kidd, and we're rocking with the Bigs.
I'm Chris Bryant from the Chicago Cubs, and I'm rocking with the Bigs.
This is Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks. You're rocking with the Bigs.
WIIFTVPM.
Live from What's In It for the Black Media Studio, you're listening to The Bigs with Eugene McIntosh and Terrence Tomlin.
Let's begin now.
They calling us the Bigs, it's the Bigs, it's
because I sad. It's the bigs, it's the bigs. They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because I sad.
WIFTVPN.
Live from What's in It for the Black Media Studio, you're listening to The Bigs with Eugene McIntosh and Terrence Tomlin.
Let's begin now.
They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because I sad. It's the bigs, it's the bigs. They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because I sad. It's the bigs, it's the bigs. They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because I sad. It's the bigs, it's the bigs. They calling us the bigs, it's the bigs, it's the bigs, but not because I sad.
Yo, I'm in the building, man. T got some technical difficulties going over here, so I'll hold it down on this beautiful Friday afternoon. March Madness is official. I hear you now. Oh, no, I don't hear you now. Oh, damn, there it is. Ron Riller coming to the rescue. So I'll let T get back to what he usually does, man.
What's good, everybody? I don't know what happened to the mic, but it's back. And we are officially back down on the soil. You are officially rocking with the bigs. Live from the West End for the Black People Media Studios. Gino, what's good with you, bro?
What's the Benoski?
It's all good, man. I'm caught up in this Illinois game. It's March Madness,
I don't know why you caught up in the Illinois game, bro.
Anything could happen. I mean, they got an early lead. It's halftime right now, but they got to finish it. You know what I mean?
And they lose to Drexel. I'm personally running up on IO myself.
It definitely is looking like early work, early on for the fight in the line now. But man, it's March Madness. I got kind of glued to the games. I had to pull myself from in front of the TV.
Nothing like March Madness, man. One of my favorite moments of the year. I just love to see this type of college basketball. Some college basketball during the season, it varies. A lot of kids trying to find their way in these systems.
It's
a
huff.
lot of kids, not necessarily huff, but
it's kind of
depending on. Well, this season was different, obviously due to COVID. A lot of teams not being able to play their regular schedules. Some guys missing due to the COVID, all of that stuff. So this is a different season in itself. But yeah, this college basketball season has been trying, to say the least. But March Madness is here. And like you said, man, anything can happen. 1 through 16, anything is possible in the words of the great KG. But I feel like Illinois should definitely handle Drexel.
I feel like anytime you say it like KG, you got to say it like KG.
Anything is possible.
But no, Gino, more than anything, I feel like this is about kids realizing their dreams, man. A lot of kids go to college and say, I want to play in the NCAA tournament. I got caught up in Last Chance U, the new basketball version.
How many did you get through so far?
Only about 2. Got through part of the 3rd episode. But you get the gist of it, basically in that first episode, and you understand what these kids are out here shooting for. And when you talk about March Madness, this is the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? This is what you shoot for. And I know there's so many kids out here that are realizing their dream today, and it's dope.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is where stars are born, man. A lot of guys, they have the hype coming into the tournament. A lot of guys, they get these conference All-American teams, and they get the all Big Ten and all ACC and all SEC. But, once you get into this 64, like I said, this is where the unknown become the known. And just watching earlier today, watching a couple of the games. I mean, even yesterday, all great games yesterday. I actually had UCLA beating Michigan State, and I got UCLA going to the Sweet 16. Now, I'm not sure one of their better players yesterday injured his ankle, so I'm not sure, how if he's going to play tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
So,
but see, now, when you're filling out your bracket, is it all just off of the knowledge? Like, how much guessing do you do?
I don't do a lot of guessing.
Because so you can basically accurately pinpoint the upsets?
Not accurately, but
what goes
I have an inkling.
Okay.
just
tell me what goes into it.
Well, myself, I watch college basketball, so I don't need to see, if it's just one game. If Illinois, obviously Illinois is projected to be a Final Four team, so we all, mostly us Illinois Chicagoans, we watch as much Illinois basketball as we possibly can.
Probably more, definitely more Illinois basketball
than than anyone else, any other team. But it's college basketball on every day, and I prefer college basketball over the NBA because
really,
yeah, just an average college basketball game I would rather watch over an average NBA basketball game, just because I know those kids are gonna play their hardest. They're gonna give their all out there at all times. Now it may not be as exciting.
But see, I feel like if you can watch mid-level college basketball.
Now I didn't say mid-level. I'm not talking about mid. I'm not
the average college basketball game is what you said.
But I mean the average college basketball game that's on television every night, which are major conferences. I'm not talking about Drexel versus Iona. I'm talking about Georgetown versus UConn, Villanova. Because most of the time it's these same teams that are going to get the national TV games most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, a UCLA versus Oregon, or whatever, Wisconsin versus Iowa.
I think more often than not, give me the NBA game.
I would much rather see Iowa versus name me a mid-level Big Ten team. Iowa versus
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin was at the top.
Ohio
Purdue.
State, Purdue is decent.
All the actually there are 9 Big Ten teams in the tournament.
Purdue is decent, but even Purdue is not a bad team to use.
DePaul versus Providence. I don't know about that.
I feel like more often than not, you get caught. The college game has kind of like where the NBA game has bled into the college game style.
I can't stand that. That's when I get upset with college. That's why I love this time. That's why I love March Madness, because there's no way you're gonna win this tournament without playing team basketball. I was watching what was the game on CBS? It was Virginia Tech versus Florida.
Yeah.
And I just loved the way Virginia Tech was swinging the ball around like side to side. But Florida, they were making the defensive adjustments, and Virginia Tech, they just kept swinging the ball until they got the open shot. And that's what I love most about March Madness. College basketball, let alone March Madness. So,
now March Madness is a whole different animal than the regular season of college basketball.
No doubt.
Of course, the one and done adds the extra oomph to it. But the NBA, it's just a different level of basketball to me. I barely could watch the NBA games, damn near. I should say that. And I'm trying to tell you, Gino, I definitely have tried to get deeper into NCAA basketball, and it's like,
it's tough.
Turn on the sky, fam.
It's tough. Oh well, man. Now you might be going a little too far, and I'm
probably alone with that. But Candace Parker.
No, I love the WNBA, but I'm not gonna go that far. Well, I don't know, man.
With Sloop, you're talking about very skilled, basketball players for the Sky right now. It wasn't like that a couple of years ago for the Chicago Sky. It was like watching Kentwood.
Kentwood versus Lane Tech.
Oh man, Gino. Yeah, it's no denying. You guys can go on YouTube. Shout out to Amber. Excuse me. I don't want.
That was her name. I can't even think of her last name.
I was about to say Hodges, and I know that's not right.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Sky team.
Yeah.
They were bad.
Yeah.
And she was fired.
Yeah.
But now we're looking to.
Yeah. It's a 39-21 game. Drexel is hanging on by a thread.
They're done.
Yeah.
I think Illinois ran off I think they went on like a 15-0 run to end the quarter.
They're shooting 55% from the field with 11 assists. They're like you said, they're sharing the ball.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. So that's what you want to see from a number one seed.
Definitely.
This early in the tournament. You want to see them go ahead and bury him. So
definitely.
For all the Fighting Illini fans out there, go ahead and wipe your foreheads. It looks like the first round is a breeze. We'll see how the rest of the games go tonight.
Oh, I'm in tune. I'm gonna go to the gym after this. I'm gonna get a little work in, but I'm gonna make sure I get home so I can at least get a couple of those games in. I'm gonna be channel surfing I love to just, when it's a timeout on one game, you just hit another game, and it's just
TBS, TNT.
Yeah, TBS East, TBS West.
Court TV.
True TV.
True TV, yeah.
Yeah, man, all of those channels, man. So, yeah, I'm turned up, man. I'm happy. March Madness is definitely, games at 11 a.m. It's right up my alley. So, I'm happy, man. Looking to see, some upsets. But back to what you were saying about, filling out your bracket. I mean, there's some luck to it because a lot of people that fill those brackets out, they don't know most of those teams who are playing.
Bracketologists.
Yeah. But, you just have to do the knowledge. You have to look back at the history. Like we said, most of the upsets are usually, that 6-11, 5-12, 4-13. You might get a 3-14 here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Like today, it was Colgate versus, I forgot who Colgate was playing.
They were up a few points.
Yeah,
on them,
but
though. It's like, what's going on, CBS? Go ahead, put the score. You know how they usually got the scores at the top. It's a blank screen right now.
Come on now, CBS.
But yeah, so Arkansas versus Colgate.
Arkansas versus Colgate is up 1 with 10 minutes left.
Yeah, so
yeah, anything can happen, man. Again, that's what March Madness is all about. Like you said, these kids, that's what they look forward to, man. They look forward to playing on that big stage. A lot of them, they don't get national TV. I'm sure we've never seen Colgate or Utah State.
Yeah, bruh. I you know what? When I did some diving into the bracket, and information last night. A few of the teams that I enjoy watching during the season. And did my bracket this morning after I slept on it, and I totally feel like this is more of a top-heavy tournament than we've seen. And I'm like, this could be a tournament where the top seeds, or even 1 through 3, I feel like we're pretty solid enough. Like, that's where the shaking up is going to be, like around the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Some 1 seeds could get knocked off. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Probably next weekend is when I think things are going to get real exciting. So.
Okay.
I got Michigan as the winner, bro. I don't know if you looked at my bracket,
but
I
got Michigan beating Illinois.
I got Michigan beating Ohio State.
They can beat Ohio State. They actually owe Ohio State.
Yeah, I was wondering. I think it's gonna be a Big Ten matchup. I wrestled between Ohio State and Illinois, and I know it's tough to beat a team twice, especially in that one and done atmosphere.
Right.
So I'm like, if it gets to Illinois, Ohio State, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like another close overtime game.
It's got to be.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State pulled it out. I low-key flipped the coin, so.
Yeah, I just took Illinois for the hell of it. But, I mean, Baylor, Gonzaga.
Yeah.
It's up for grabs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah, Houston. Yeah,
so.
I have Syracuse and Georgetown.
Yeah, see, Georgetown, a team I enjoy watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought they were seeded kind of low.
They had to win their tournament, though. They came out, Pat Ewing paid his dues. The guys are buying into the program, to the system. And, it's looking good for Georgetown. Michigan, Juwan Howard, another guy who paid his dues behind Eric Spoelstra in Miami, finally got a chance to come on home, and obviously those are these two guys' alma mater, so it makes it that much better for them to step foot in the tournament and surprise some people. But
yeah, it's a different level of passion. When you're talking about alumni leading, their teams back to the tournament. It's a cool angle, No,
that's real, man. Hey, Ron Rilla, what up, Joe?
Man,
what you on, man?
I'm chilling like a villain.
What's Herb's favorite saying?
If I was doing any better, I'd sell myself, man.
There you go, man.
I'm happy you're not doing any better there, Ron. Okay.
Yeah, man. We need you back there, Ron. We don't need you selling yourself. We don't need you out on these streets, running rampant, man.
I ain't that bad down yet.
Nah, we had to check in with you real quick, man, before we continued on.
Man.
Guys, I'm right here down on the soil with y'all. I'm checking in.
Exactly. Yeah, I brought up March Madness because it's on the iPad. I'm pulling like the classic T. Like when I was in high school, I'd find a way to watch or listen to the game while school was going on. It wasn't until I was like a senior. I had a a physics teacher or anatomy teacher
who let y'all watch the game,
who turned on the game, and it was busting.
That's how we did at Mount Carmel. Well, wasn't no social media and wasn't no damn laptops and
it was Walkmans,
phones,
bro.
Well, no, we actually had TVs in our room.
Oh, okay.
So our cool coaches, because a lot of the teachers at Mount Carmel, the men teachers, they were coaches. So Coach Nick, our algebra, he was like the golf coach. Coach Nick, he was the algebra teacher or the math teacher. So you go to Coach Nick, you know you got 50 minutes of March Madness coming. He's shutting it all down, and we all just chilling in the room watching March Madness. So it was cool to have those teachers that kind of just eased up on us for it. Man, come on, man.
I know you want to watch the tournament.
We know you want to watch the tournament, so
we can do that.
Yeah, man, be cool, man. It's just a day or two.
And it's March. You know it's only a few
Especially
weeks.
Catholic school, yeah, it's only a couple
like the
weeks
end of the third quarter around March.
Man, y'all had quarters?
See, or first part of the second semester, we got mid-week updates and stuff, or mid-semester updates.
Yeah, I think it was so long ago, I can't even remember. You see me
it wasn't the third quarter though.
Speaking of the
see,
man.
that's they didn't have that when you was in Mount Carmel.
No, they didn't, man.
That's new merch.
I had to ride down on them yesterday, man. Shout out to my memory is. What's our coach name over there, man?
It happens. It happens. I know the brain farts with the names happens, bro.
Nah, hold on, man. What's Coach? Phil. Shout out to Coach Phil Seagroves over there. Phil left me a pack in the spirit shop, which is, the.
Now I feel like you're a valued alumni.
Hey, man,
they show you love anytime you're around.
I pulled up, got my shirt. Got another Nike. They Nike'd out over there. I had no idea. So I got a sweatshirt. I got a T-shirt. They had old yearbooks back.
Okay.
And they're free. So all you have to do is let them know, your graduate year, and they give you a free yearbook. So I looked through the yearbook yesterday. It's cool stuff, man.
You went down memory lane for
Went
real.
down memory lane, man. I was tight for a minute because I had, did some reminiscing. They kind of played me,
What do you want to share it?
I mean, it's cool. My baseball story. I quit on the team because they quit. They played me in order to give one of my better friends on the team.
I remember
the chance to win. The all area selection over me. So they made me They made me take a visit with a school that I knew I wasn't going to.
So a waste of your
So
time.
in turn, I missed practice, and it was my start the next day. Or the day after, then I come to practice the next day getting ready to, do my thing. And they tell me, since I missed practice yesterday, I've been snatched from my start. And Mike King, who was my boy, he gets the start. Now, we both have 4 wins in Catholic League. You needed 5 to make the all-Catholic and all-area team. He ended up getting the last start of the season, winning the game, making the all-Catholic team. I wasn't going. Y'all made me take the visit. Talk to these people. I knew I wasn't going. So I quit. My mama went up there and raised hell. I quit. And we lost in the regionals. We should have definitely went to at least the super sectionals, but we lost in the regionals because I didn't pitch.
That's tough.
So I'm looking in the yearbook, and they don't even. Now, we took a team picture. I'm clearly the only spot in the picture, like the only nigga on the team.
Wow.
But
they don't have your name.
They don't have my name on there, bro. Then the Coach Manville, and this cool. We've talked since, and it's all good.
It's that I'm feeling like the sting, like that sucks.
Yeah, man. He told me, in the quotes it says, we got the most out of the guys on the team, but the thing that really stinks the most is the guys who quit on the team.
Stop. And
I'm like, but y'all not gonna say.
Have you seen that? Did you see
no,
that?
I didn't even remember this from the yearbook back then because I probably didn't care because I was so tight, over that whole thing. Mm-hmm. But like I said, they ended up losing anyway, and we would have won because I was 7-0. Like, wasn't losing to none of them guys. But since y'all want to play me, cool, I'll play y'all. Ended up losing, so I look in the yearbook, brought back memories, but it was cool just to see all the different pictures, see some of the guys, and just reminisce. But yeah, man. Fresh Mount Carmel Caravan. If I could go back, I would do it all over.
I feel like you would?
Oh, yeah.
No regrets?
No. Maybe if I knew then what I know now, I just would have told them, no, I'm straight. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought they was trying to look out for me. And maybe it could have worked, because if I didn't end up going where I was going, then I had somewhere to fall back to, because it was like Olivet Nazarene or McMurray or one of them schools where if you play sports at Mount Carmel, you can get in these schools.
That's how it was for seating. You could at least go to Milliken,
all of those schools, like all the D2 and D3 schools you wanted. So it's all love, man. Like I said, if I could do it over Mount Carmel, come to Carmel as a boy. If you struggle to work at it, you leave as a man. That's the mantra. So it's all love, bro.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I feel like that's a valuable story. Of course, for people that's in the prep sports and going through their journeys now, man. Gino, I just feel like people or young athletes can learn from that.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I feel like that is you know what I mean? That rips my heart out for you. So
yeah, no, it's all love, man. Shout out to Coach Manville. I hollered at him since. It's all love.
I'm just I don't know if it's gonna make you feel better, but the end of my high school career was less was less eventful, I should say. You know what I mean? So I kind of envy how yours ended.
Hey, man, if it ended up another way, I may not even know you now.
True.
So let's look at it that way.
Hey, everything happens for a reason.
Hey, man, we are MC # man of 6410. I got the fresh hoodie on, so I'm gonna always represent my people, man. But with that being said, man, let's take our first break. When we come back on the other side, hey, look, man, I don't know what you want to get into. But it's a couple things we need to get into, bro.
We'll talk about it.
Ron Rilla, take us to break, man. You're on the soil with the bigs.
WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Parenting in a Pandemic, powered by the Chicagoland Mom Squad, hosted by me, Tennille Jackson. Today's guest will be Beulah McLeod. It's not 2021 that this is getting fixed. Focus on your child, and let's figure out what's going to work individually for you, but respect that people are making for them and don't shame them for them.
Everybody makes different choices for different reasons, and you don't know what somebody's situation is. And equity is not giving everybody the same thing. Equity is giving everybody what he or she needs to be successful. If you want to do remote should be high quality. If you want to come back, it should be high quality. It's not necessarily about the mode of delivery. It's about what is the quality level of any of those particular modes. We have to have empathy. Right now, I can see the teachers' argument. A lot of them are scared. I get that, right? I get the parents' argument. Everybody experiences that level of, I don't know how to help my baby with this thing. So parents are frustrated. We gotta just try to see each other's perspective, and I don't think we do enough of that. I think we get locked into our own viewpoint. This is what I think, and that's just it, and that's why we can never get to a solution. We need options, because everything is not gonna be good for everybody.
Brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters. Yeah, no bullshit at the pulpit with questions for the reverend, like why I gotta die to go to heaven, or are these lies and deception a sign of what's next, to deny my progression to my soul through my spirit from my mind and my flesh. You be hard pressed to alter my perspective. It's reflective of my perception. All the lives and the tribes that's affected, dying quick, effects from environments neglected, disconnected, disrespected. This the same section we never invest in. Our own sales from our own shells, become owners on our own. They get on with our own help.
Yeah, creators of our own world. Communicate, we accumulated our own wealth. Created in this image, so when I say it, I meant it. Do the science for yourself. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. Can you dig that though? And I put this on my mama, Black Madonna, Mother Earth, Mother Africa. I'm honored to be a part of where it started, selling Starburn through the stars, stardust on my starship. My heartbeat is godly. I'm the light harness from the darkest part of darkness. Such a godsend. I teach my son to treat your daughter like a goddess. I teach my daughter to treat your son like a god king. I can never deny my fate. My melanated skin tells my story every day. Fortunately, my fortune awaits. Majority of the world, minority in the States. Yeah, we blossom from the concrete. The world copies what they see, then mocks my mystique. The possibilities impossible to see. The ways of Western man can match the prophets of the East. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. My brothers and sisters, we ain't niggas and bitches. Young brother, young king, you're a genius. Young sister, young queen, supreme beings. All you have to do is believe it. All you gotta do is believe it. Young brother, young king, you're a genius. Young sister, young queen, supreme beings. All you gotta do is believe it.
Y'all niggas, and you gon' be niggas forever, just like us, niggas.
We are back down on the soil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in and showing love to the What's In It for the Black People Media family. We doing something special over here, man, and you know the best way to support us, if you can't donate, is by telling a friend, man. Bring a couple of people to the party, man. You got a +1, a +2, a +3 anytime the Bigs is down on the soil, man. So tell a friend, let everybody know what's going on over here, and definitely, like my brother says, well, in fact, I can't say it better than him, so I want him to say it, man. Go ahead and lay down the law for the people.
Man, you already know the science, man. We need y'all to smash them like buttons, smash them share buttons. Hit the comment section like you guys always do. Join the conversation. Continue to help us push the culture and the content forward. Help us push the Bigs and the rest of the What's In It for the Black People Media family members to the top, man. It's all about the black voice. It's all about ownership. It's all about owning our content, man, and controlling our own narrative, man. The further and further we get away from that, the further and further we get away from the truth, man. And at this point and at this time, with everything that's going on in the world, man, look, it's all about us, man. We all we got. So like T said, man, tell a friend to tell a friend that y'all on the soil and that What's In It for the Black People Media is the move right now, man. So we here, like the New York. We here.
Definitely. Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and jump into the next topic. Me and Gene were spending the break talking about where we start this conversation. We guess is right at the top with the latest news, man. It's Deshaun Watson, quarterback for the Houston Texans. Over the last few days, I think Monday or Tuesday is when it kicked off.
March 16th, yeah. March 15th or 16th.
Sexual allegations against him, saying that he was very inappropriate to several masseuses that came to his house, his residence, for massages. I'm reading the latest piece of news from 3 hours. It says that four new women come forward with new allegations, and it's
now how many
setting the Twitter world on fire.
How
at least
many
social
is
media.
that now?
It brings it to 10.
Come on, bro.
It brings it to 10 women that have come forward. with allegations against
Come
Deshaun
on,
Watson.
come on, bro.
Now, that's why I was wondering where we start, because it's like,
well, let's start by reading Deshaun Watson's statement.
and this is in response to the initial allegation that came out against him.
As a result of a social media post by a publicity-seeking plaintiff's lawyer, I recently became aware of a lawsuit that has apparently been filed against me. I have not yet seen the complaint, but I know this. I have never treated any woman with anything other than the utmost respect. The plaintiff's lawyer claims that this isn't about money, but before filing the suit, he made a baseless six-figure settlement demand, which I quickly rejected. Unlike him, this isn't about money for me. It's about clearing my name, and I look forward to doing that.
That was a couple of days ago. Since then, 4 more people have come forward and with allegations. And honestly, I feel like I don't know how I feel right now, because I feel like I've learned from past instances that you cannot draw conclusions too early. In this instance, I mean, I don't not believe the allegations, but also I'm not saying he's guilty. What I'm looking at are the facts that are going to, I guess, come out after, from what are starting to come out. You said over the break that it's even a new development. The lawyer for the women with the allegations is threatening to come out and show text messages. And the reason why I brought up Twitter is because I feel like that is where the muck is going on. You know what I mean? You got one side that doesn't believe it at all. You have another side that's believing it, without a lot of evidence, and then you have the middle.
Middle, right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like in this instance, one thing that I feel like people don't do is realize that you don't have to say anything right now. It's like if you don't know how to feel, you don't have to pick a side,
So the attorney representing the women suing Deshaun Watson claims he has text messages and DMs from the quarterback which back his client's allegations, including an apparent apology from Deshaun after a massage session gone bad. The first woman who filed her lawsuit against the QB claims Watson became aggressive during a treatment in March of 2020, which ended after he allegedly repeatedly tried to direct the woman to massage his genitals. In her suit, the woman claims a fully erect Watson exposed his penis and purposely touched her hand with the tip. The woman claims she ended the massage immediately and began to cry. Afterwards, she claims Watson sent her a text message apologizing for his behavior. Her attorney, Tony Busby, is going public with the alleged apology text from Deshaun Watson. And there's a picture of the text message.
And what did the text say?
Something about the restroom isn't available at the moment. Try to go if you can before you come. Thank you. Then I guess she says, okay, I'll be there at 2:45. Then he gives a thumbs up. Then she says, or maybe that's, no, different. She's saying the restroom isn't available at the moment. Try to go if you can before you come. Thank you. Then he says, okay, I'll be there at 2:45. Then she gives him a thumbs up. Then he says he's here. Then an hour later, he says, I'm sorry about you feeling uncomfortable. I never were the intentions. Let me know if you want to work in the future. My apologies. And then the attorney claims he has multiple texts that he will release at a news conference set for this afternoon in Houston. And they say he claims to represent 9 women who claim they were all wrong by Watson. The allegations are all similar.
That's tough, man. Yeah, I mean that's a tough development. Gino, I feel like it's worth saying that we've seen this before. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen this kind of situation before, and I feel like I'm I've been kind of shaped by the Kobe situation. You know what I mean? And everything that went down with him in Denver and the room attendant that it turns out eventually he did have inappropriate sexual encounters with. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's more about the complex that maybe these athletes have. But
so I'm looking at the comments.
The comments on the article?
No, the comments in the comments section.
Go ahead.
So Kenneth Steele says, "We know that's BS, fam. They got to try to tarnish the God." Chris Williams says, "It all comes out when he speaks up for himself." And what's up, cuz? He says, "It's too early to call. You got to let the truth come out." And I think that's more along the lines of what you were talking about, like not trying to talk about too much too soon.
But see, now to Kenneth Steele comment, it's like we've seen that I feel like we've seen the situation where athletes will let these people make an example of, will make it easy for these people to tarnish their legacy. You know?
I see a lot of the comments that I've been seeing over the last couple of days are the fact that, Deshaun Watson wants out of Houston. So, they're trying to tarnish him with these allegations since he doesn't want to be the good old boy in Houston. And the powers that be, you never know what type of strings they can pull, when they feel like they're wrong, when they've been wrong. But do you think that that's too far left?
You know what? I don't think that that's a wild thing to think, but I also don't think that means that he's innocent.
Right.
I mean, it's no telling what kind of dirt they have on their players, because I feel like we have to understand that nothing's new under the sun. We know that there are organizations out there that have people there, and their sole responsibility is to find dirt
100%
on these players. And Bob McNair is the ex-owner of the Houston Texans. He's passed away since, but don't forget his comment about not letting the inmates run the prison. You know what I mean? Which ticked off a lot of the players, not just on his team, but in the league at the time. You know what I mean? Now, I don't think that that's too far-fetched of an idea to feel like some stuff may have been held for,
a time like
exactly
this.
To drop on his head when, in a time like this, because the timing of this, is just so crazy. He's asking for time, to himself so that he can play for another team. He's saying, "I'm not playing. You got to trade me." And then these allegations come out. The timing is crazy. But like I said, it doesn't mean guilty or innocent. You know what I mean? That's not how you decide guilt or innocence.
So Devin says they didn't investigate Robert Kraft. Keep that same energy. And then Kenneth said, or Jerry Jones. And then they said, don't forget about the owner from Indianapolis, too.
But see, that's why I brought up the fact that, the history of the league. Right. And I think we talked about the Jerry Jones instance not too long ago. You got the pictures of him with strippers in the bathroom, and who knows, I'm just talking about as far as the public, who knows how that situation ended if you weren't plugged into it. You know what I mean? Robert Kraft. Now, he faced some consequences. You know what I mean? Not Robert Kraft, but Jim Irsay, the cat from Indiana who got caught with coke in his car. You know what I mean? But Robert Kraft, of course it gets thrown out, but don't forget that I feel like they got video of him doing his thing. You know what I mean? That wasn't released. But, you know what I mean? I feel like when stuff like this happens, we have a tendency to look and see, like, the white mugs that are, you know what I mean? How have the white mugs been treated that are going through this same thing? And that's not a unreasonable thing, but I feel like even if it's difference in treatment, you know what I mean, if Deshaun Watson did these things.
Well, I know one thing. There's a lot of freak body guys out here. And like you said, I'm not accusing Deshaun Watson of anything. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. Again, we know that,
it's a lot of freak body mugs.
Yeah, I know that.
You
for
say it
sure.
at the end of every show, Gino.
There's a lot of unplayer individuals running rampant out here. So.
I wish we can play the Nas verse from
These Are Heroes.
These Are Heroes. Who would have knew? Goody Two Shoes. You know what I mean? And he brings up the aspect of it's always some woman that the public would think is below, you know what I mean, below these guys. It's like, oh, you can't do better than that. You know what I mean? The hotel attendant who's fixing the bathroom mats. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like I said, and that was what? Before 2010. You know what I mean? We've seen this before. You know what I mean? Me personally, I would advise people to sit back. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of conspiracy theories. I remember the Bill Cosby and NBC. You know what I mean? Do you remember those? How in on, that conspiracy theory were you, Gino? I'm feeling the correlations. You know what I mean?
I'm not even a fan of the term conspiracy theory because I think those things are real. Yeah, I think those are real things. Mm-hmm. So, I definitely think they tried to take Bill Cosby down.
I feel that's a great point, Gino. Yeah, do I believe in the conspiracy? Is it part of me that would not be surprised if this was on purpose, especially because of the timing? No.
Right.
But I would be more taken aback by the fact that he gave him ammo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta be. I just feel like you just gotta be. And
you see now, I feel like the conversation about sexual urges, you know what I mean, and how people conduct their sexual lives, especially athletes who have this built up aggression. I feel like all of this is part of it. You know what I mean? Like that conversation also needs to be had. And and honestly, if Deshaun Watson wanted to go to a massage parlor and get his thing rubbed on, honestly, he should have been able to do it in peace. You know what I mean? Like, but he has to be smarter. You know what I mean? Like, don't just whip it out. You know what I mean? Like, can you touch? Is it cool if? You know what I mean? I feel like the area of consent, which is basically asking, is this cool or not? Guys are still not really understanding, you know what I mean, what consent is. You know what I mean? And because did you see Roddy White, the ex-wide receiver
for the Falcons?
For the Falcons came out and tweeted and said, because the first allegation, and I was wondering if you were going to read that one, it was pretty crazy. The first alleged victim said that she felt coerced and so scared that she defecated on herself.
Nah, I definitely didn't see that.
And because she was forced into giving him some oral sex to him.
To Deshaun Watson.
So
how were you forced?
And that's what Roddy White said, and said that you can't be forced.
You can't be forced,
but
bro.
See now,
you can be forced. Let me get that right. You can be forced. But how are you you're totally,
because